Epstein's journeys with Hollywood's elite. Welcome back to Jeffrey's Demons. In the glittering world of Hollywood, where stars are born and legends are made, a shadow lurks, revealing a tale not of glamour, but of caution. Today, we unravel Epstein's journeys with Hollywood's elites, a story of power, influence, and the intersections of high society with the darkest corners of human behavior. Join us as we journey through the hidden corridors of fame and infamy, the unwelcome guest at glitzy premieres. Our story begins in the heart of New York, at the premiere of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Amidst the sea of celebrities, one man stood out, not for his star power, but for the whispers that followed him. Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender, mingled with Hollywood's finest, introduced by society doyenne Peggy Siegel. How did Epstein, with his notorious past, secure a ticket to one of the most exclusive events in town? The question hung in the air, unanswered. Epstein's presence at such high-profile events, despite his criminal history, underscored a disturbing reality of power dynamics and the selective blindness often afforded to the wealthy and connected. A dinner party to remember. In late 2010, Epstein's New York mansion became the setting for an exclusive gathering. Here, Epstein hosted a dinner in honor of Prince Andrew, with a guest list that read like a who's who of media and entertainment: Katie Couric, Charlie Rose, and Woody Allen, to name but a few. The event, organized by Seagal, was a testament to Epstein's ability to ingratiate himself with the elites, even after his conviction for soliciting sex with a minor. The allure of meeting royalty in New York's largest private residence clearly proved too tempting for many, blurring the lines of moral judgment. Guests were led on a tour by Epstein, lasagna was served, and conversations flowed. Yet, beneath the veneer of high society, lay a complex web of power and silence. The dinner, ostensibly to honor Prince Andrew, served as a stark example of Epstein's intertwined relationships with media and Hollywood elites. The menu was simple, but the company complex, and as Epstein led his guests through his lavish home, a clear signal of his undiminished social standing, destitute victims and arresting officers were nowhere to be seen. But Epstein's time would come. Even as the MeToo movement swept through Hollywood, toppling giants and calling out injustices, Epstein remained a figure of fascination rather than of repulsion in certain circles. His attendance at events like the Gotham Awards in 2017 underscored a disturbing reality. Convictions and accusations did little to tarnish his appeal to many within the industry. The Black Book. Epstein's connections extended far beyond casual acquaintanceships, as revealed by his Little Black Book. This directory, a who's who of entertainment, politics, and finance, included names like Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker, hinting at the depth and breadth of his network. Flight logs from Epstein's jet painted a picture of a man who not only sought the company of these elites, but also facilitated their rendezvous across the globe. Epstein's interest in show business was not merely that of a fan or an observer. He engaged with industry insiders, asking pointed questions about figures and companies, his curiosity always veiling the reality of his intentions. His attempts to buy into media outlets, alongside personalities like Harvey Weinstein, showcased a desire to control the narrative surrounding himself as the walls closed in, and especially to weave his influence into the fabric of media and entertainment. Journeys with Hollywood's elite. Kevin Spacey, the acclaimed actor once celebrated for his roles in film and television, found his name entangled with Jeffrey Epstein, the financier convicted of sex offenses, under circumstances that sparked widespread controversy and discussion. This connection largely centers around a specific instance, a trip aboard Epstein's private jet, infamously dubbed the Lolita Express, due to the serious allegations surrounding Epstein's activities with underage girls. The Lolita Express was no ordinary aircraft. It was a symbol of Epstein's opulent lifestyle and his means of transporting influential guests to various locations, including his private island in the Caribbean, which itself was the focus of numerous disturbing allegations. The flight logs of this jet, which became public, included names of various celebrities, politicians, and public figures, indicating the breadth of Epstein's social circle. Among these names was Kevin Spacey, who, according to flight logs published by Gawker in 2015, took at least one trip on Epstein's jet. This particular journey, which also included comedian Chris Tucker and billionaire Ron Burkle, among others, was part of a humanitarian mission to Africa in 2002 to address HIV/AIDS and economic development issues. Bill Clinton, the former president of the United States, was also on this trip, highlighting the high-profile nature of Epstein's associations. The mission was ostensibly a charitable effort, yet the inclusion of Epstein and the subsequent revelations about his actions cast a shadow over the intent and the individuals involved. Kevin Spacey's connection to Jeffrey Epstein, therefore, arises not from a deep or extensive relationship, but rather from this specific instance of shared travel. It's crucial to note that participation in the trip itself does not imply any wrongdoing on the part of Spacey or other guests of Epstein's jet. However, the association became more scrutinized in the wake of Epstein's arrest and the broader societal reckoning with sexual misconduct, particularly as Spacey faced his own separate accusations of sexual assault and misconduct. These allegations against Spacey led to significant professional and personal fallout, mirroring, to some extent, the public's response to Epstein's crimes. The intertwining of Epstein's story with those of various high-profile individuals serves as a stark reminder of how wealth and influence can create networks that obscure and complicate the lines between respectable philanthropy and morally reprehensible behavior. Epstein's ability to mingle with celebrities, academics, and politicians, even after his conviction, reflects a troubling aspect of societal norms that, at times, prioritized connections and prestige over accountability and ethics. In reflecting on the connection between Kevin Spacey and Jeffrey Epstein, it's essential to recognize the broader context in which these relationships formed and operated. The scrutiny of Epstein's associations and the fallout for those connected to him, even peripherally, underscores the importance of transparency, ethical conduct, and the need for a societal commitment to uphold principles of justice and accountability, regardless of an individual's status or influence. Chris Tucker and Leonardo DiCaprio, both prominent figures in the entertainment industry, have had their names mentioned in connection with Jeffrey Epstein, specifically regarding travel on Epstein's private jet, often referred to in the media as the Lolita Express. This association stems from publicized flight logs and reports that scrutinize the wide network of influential individuals Epstein interacted with over the years. Chris Tucker, known for his roles in blockbuster films and comedic performances, was listed in the flight logs for a trip aboard Epstein's private jet. This particular journey, which took place in 2002, was part of a humanitarian mission to Africa, focusing on issues such as HIV/AIDS and economic development. The trip was notable for its high-profile passenger list, which, alongside Tucker, included former President Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey, who we mentioned earlier. The purpose of this mission was to bring attention to critical global health and development challenges in Africa, leveraging the celebrity status of the passengers to raise awareness and support. Leonardo DiCaprio, an actor and environmental activist renowned for his commitment to addressing climate change and preserving biodiversity, has also been mentioned in the broader discourse surrounding Epstein's connections. However, DiCaprio's interactions with Epstein appear to be less direct compared to other celebrities. There have been reports and speculation in the media regarding social gatherings and events where both Epstein and DiCaprio were present, yet there is no concrete evidence to suggest a close relationship or frequent interactions between the two. The connection of both Tucker and DiCaprio to Epstein primarily highlights the financier's strategy of surrounding himself with influential figures from various sectors, including entertainment, politics, and science. Epstein's association with celebrities and public personalities was part of his attempt to cultivate an image of legitimacy and influence. The presence of celebrities on his jet and at his events lent him social capital, which he exploited to mask his predatory behavior and illicit activities. It is crucial to underscore that being a passenger on Epstein's jet or attending the same social functions does not imply involvement or complicity in his criminal activities. The revelations about Epstein's crimes have led to a re-evaluation of how societal elites interact and the spaces they share, prompting discussions about accountability and the importance of scrutinizing the networks that allowed individuals like Epstein to operate with impunity for so long. In the wake of Epstein's arrest and subsequent death, the scrutiny of his associations has brought to light the complex web of relationships he maintained. For celebrities like Chris Tucker and Leonardo DiCaprio, their mention in connection with Epstein serves as a reminder of the intricate and often hidden dynamics of power and influence in elite circles. It also underscores the need for vigilance and ethical discernment in choosing affiliations and recognizing the potential for exploitation and harm within these networks. As society continues to grapple with the fallout from the Epstein scandal, the focus remains on ensuring justice for the victims and reinforcing the systems of accountability that prevent such abuses of power. The associations between Epstein and various public figures, while not implicating them in his crimes, contribute to the broader narrative of a culture that too often overlooks questionable behavior in the face of wealth and celebrity. Ghislaine Maxwell, the socialite connector. No story of Epstein is complete without mentioning Ghislaine Maxwell, his alleged co-conspirator. Spotted at awards season parties mingling with the likes of Weinstein, Musk, and Bezos, Maxwell's social navigation in the post-MeToo era raises questions about the collective amnesia of Hollywood's elite towards those with a tarnished reputation. Maxwell's continued acceptance into high-profile circles, even as allegations against her and Epstein mounted, reflects the challenges in holding the powerful accountable. Epstein's connections extended far beyond the occasional party. His infamous Little Black Book contained names of entertainment giants, while flight logs revealed trips with celebrities like Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker and many more. Epstein's interest in show business was not just as a spectator, but as an influencer and participant, raising questions about the extent of his network. The intersection of Epstein's financial world with Hollywood's glitterati wasn't just about glamour. It was a calculated move to embed himself within a culture that often turns a blind eye to unsavory realities for the sake of glamour and connection. The aftermath and reflection. As Epstein's story unfolded, culminating in his 2019 arrest and subsequent death, the reverberations were felt far beyond the courtrooms and tabloids. Hollywood, a world built on dreams and stories, was forced to confront its own narrative, one where the lines between right and wrong were sometimes blurred by fame and fortune. The tale of Epstein and his journeys with Hollywood's elites is a cautionary one, reminding us that behind the bright lights and red carpets, there are stories that challenge our perceptions of justice, power, and accountability. As Epstein's web of relationships unraveled, the implications for Hollywood and its handling of such figures became a subject of intense scrutiny. The willingness of some to overlook Epstein's past, to engage with him socially and professionally, raises uncomfortable questions about the values and priorities that govern these elite circles. The saga of Jeffrey Epstein and his interactions with Hollywood's elite is a mirror held up to a culture often enchanted and bedazzled all too easily by wealth and status. It challenges us to consider the moral compromises made in the face of power and to reflect on the importance of accountability and justice. As the industry moves forward, the lessons learned from Epstein's journey through its highest ranks must not be forgotten. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay informed of our latest investigative updates.